Hello everybody, in this video I'm gonna compare the Zeiss 32mm f1.8 against Fujifilm 35mm f2 lens. Comparing the size of two lenses, as you see, the Zeiss lens is a bit taller, but the front element is much bigger on the Zeiss. Overall, the Fujifilm lens, it's small, compact and low weight. The Zeiss is a bit heavier and a bit more chunkier lens. Taking a close look at the Fujifilm 35 f2 lens, as you see, very small lens, very compact, well built. The aperture ring is very good and the focus ring is very smooth. I have to mention that this lens is weather resistant, made in Japan, very small and lightweight. At the other hand side, the Zeiss. This lens is not weather resistant, but the build quality is superb. The aperture ring is as same as the Fujifilm, I would say. The focus ring is very smooth and, as you see, very well built, and the outlay is just superb. I love the quality of this Zeiss lens. Let us just mount the lenses on my Fujifilm X-T1 and just see how they look on the camera. On the X-T1, this lens, the Zeiss lens, is already compact and fits very good. Attaching the hood, it gets bit. Attaching the hood, it gets a bit bigger and longer, but again, it's not heavy and the balance is very perfect. And now we can mount the Fujifilm lens. And see how does it look like. It's definitely smaller, fits, I would say, better if you don't have the battery grip on it. Looks just fantastic. And mounting this one is not a hood, but yeah, it's much shorter, as you see. I don't notice any difference in the weight, so because both of the lenses are very light and compact. Here I will test the autofocus speed on both lenses in low light condition. First of all, this Zeiss 32mm. The lens is mounted on X-T1 with the last firmware, and it does a very well job. Does focus very good. It's a bit noisy. The Zeiss lens is a bit noisy lens. You can hear the flaming when it focuses. Let us just change the lens and try the Fujifilm 35mm. Again, we are doing exactly same test with the Fujifilm 35mm f2 on the X-T1. The Fujifilm lens is a bit snappier. It does focus snappier, and I would say it's a bit faster also, and you can't hear any noise. This lens is silent lens. fast and accurate. I have to say that I have tried both lenses on my X-T2 I am currently filming with, and both lenses does perform better, and they are faster on the X-T2. Especially the Fujifilm 35 f2 lens is just super fast on X-T2. Now it's time to make the image quality test. So how I'm gonna test it? Well, the ISO is on 200, shutter speed auto. I will start with aperture 2, the widest aperture on both lenses, and I will turn on the timer. The camera is on the tripod. I will use the center autofocus. As you see, I will just make it biggest impossible. I mean, biggest possible size. And let us just begin the test. At f2, f2.8, f4, 5.6, and f8. I'll do the exactly same test with the Zeiss and will show you the results. So I have taken some images with both lenses, and now we can just compare the image quality. At the left hand side we have the Fujifilm f2 lens, at the right hand side we have the Zeiss f1.8 lens. Both lenses at widest open aperture. Just let us zoom in at the center. I can see that the Fujifilm f2 lens just is sharper lens at the widest open. The Zeiss at the f1.8 is not that sharp. It's great, but not as sharp the Fuji. At the corners, again, the Zeiss is not that good. The Fujifilm is sharper. You can see it here at the bottom of the image. The Fujifilm is again sharper. And I have to mention that the Fujifilm is, no, I mean the Zeiss lens is a bit wider. It's 32 against 35. The next image, again the Fujifilm f2 at the left hand side at again f2, and at the right hand side Zeiss at f2. Zooming in, I see some improvement in sharpness, but at the f2 the Zeiss is not as sharp the Fujifilm again. Going to corners, the same thing here, the Fujifilm is sharper lens. Yeah, it's definitely sharper at the center and the edges. Now, just change the place of both images right there. At f2.8, zooming in, both of lenses get sharper at f2.8. Yeah, they are definitely sharper, but again I can see bit sharper images on the Fujifilm. Yeah, it's a bit sharper at the center. Just let us move to the corners and see how they perform here. I would say they are almost identical. Maybe the Fujifilm is a bit sharper, but that's not noticeable. At the bottom you can see, yeah, it's maybe a bit sharper, but not that much. Changing the place again. F4. So here we have both lenses on at f4. Zooming in. And at the a4 I would say the Zeiss is much improved. It's much sharper. You see the details here. Yeah, the Zeiss is sharper at f4 at the center. Just move to the corner and the Zeiss is a winner here. It's sharper. Yeah, the Zeiss is super sharp at f4. f5.6, zooming in. They just look almost identical. I can't see any difference. Maybe the Fujifilm is a bit sharper, but it's so tiny it's impossible to see that difference. At the corners they are as sharp and fine. Maybe at the corners the Zeiss is a bit sharper lens. And f8. They are again very close. They are identically sharp, as sharp as each other. And at the corners, yeah, the Fujifilm may be a bit sharper at the corners. As you see, both lenses are very sharp and contrasty. Let us just move to the widest aperture again on both lenses. Just change the place of these two. At widest aperture, you can see that the Fuji is a bit more contrasty and the softness is not that noticeable. The Zeiss lens at the right hand side, you see the color fringing and some softness here, but the Fujifilm is great at widest aperture. So which lens you should buy? I would say if you are looking for a compact, fast autofocusing, good to perfect image quality, then just go for a Fujifilm. Exceptionally good optic and build quality. At the other hand side, we have the Zeiss lens, and it does have the Zeiss look at the image. You know, it's just different when, especially when you take some portraits, you just get that pop-up images, you know. But overall, I would say the Fujifilm is absolutely winner here. It's just a phenomenal lens. Thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will come with new videos in short time. Thank you.